Hello, Aries. This is Karen, the Forest Empress, and I am here with your May 1st through 15th reading for 2017. And first off, I just want to say thank you for everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed. It's been absolutely amazing just from the first set of readings that I've done. All the positive feedback, and I absolutely love it. And I read every comment and I try to reply as much as I can, but just know that I do really love them. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about me, I did put up an introductory video which talks a little bit about me as a person, I guess, and it's not very long, it's a short video, but it does include kind of what I do for a living besides tarot cards, and at the end of your reading I'll show you just a little tiny tidbit of it because I do write books, and so I'll just show you one of them at the end. But let's get into your reading for the beginning of May. The first 2 weeks. So the first thing we have coming up for Aries is the Five of Cups. There could have been something that has been causing you some emotional pain lately, and it could have caused you to maybe lose a little bit of your sense of self-worth. And it really had to have done a number on you, because Aries actually are very good at it, just powering through things and having a lot of confidence. And that's something that I've always admired about people with a lot of Aries energy. You know, even though this guy seems to be kind of sobbing over these spilled cups, you can see that he does still have some cups that are still upright. So it's kind of reminding you that even though this may seem like the end of the world, it's not, because overall this card has a good meaning for the future. And it's to not cry over spilt milk. Instead, look to another direction for happiness. So if something seems to be going haywire in one aspect of your life, look to another aspect of your life to see, because I bet you'll actually find a lot of positive things there, and maybe things that you can go off of from this emotional pain that you're experiencing. But I don't think this will last very long, and we'll get into that more with the rest of the reading. But the second card you have coming up in the first week of May is the Four of Cups in reverse. And this could be a little bit of a fear of loneliness, and that could go along with this card. Whatever's going on that's affecting you emotionally really is affecting you. And during this time, I would just be very aware to avoid overindulging, because if you're in a state where you're feeling bummed out, it's just easy to, have a drink, or, just overindulge in some way, have too many sweets or something like that. That's what I always do, is I always eat too much candy if I feel the need to overindulge. So just be aware of that. And it's also kind of using physical pleasures as a way to stave off boredom or whatever else is on your mind, which could be this whatever's causing this emotional upset. So just kind of be aware of that. The third card that we have coming up in the first week of May is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And someone could be bringing some unfavorable news about money, or somebody could be asking you for money. This could be a younger person. It could be an earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. It just kind of gives off that earth energy. It could be your kid is hitting you up for money, and maybe you don't want to do it, or maybe they've asked you too much, or but it could be happening, and that's kind of up to you whether or not you want to loan the money out, or and then if this is unfavorable news about money in the midst of all of this, maybe this is this, or maybe it's coming at a time where it's probably the worst timing for this news to happen. But the second week of May is kind of more about you gaining your power back. So whatever's going on in this first week of May is nothing that you Aries can't handle. And so let's get into the second week of May. The first thing we have coming up is the Page of Wands, and it's upright. So someone, even though you got some maybe unfavorable news from this character in the first week, in the second week you could be getting some good news, and it could be in regards to a creative venture. Maybe you're getting a new job, maybe you're switching jobs, maybe you're being given more responsibility at your job that could lead to more money. So that's something that this could indicate. So it's a great card to have in the second week of May. The second thing we have coming up in the second week of May is the Three of Wands in reverse. So this is a card of making sure that you recognize the truth in situations. And if you feel like you've been stuck or if something's been in the way of your success, it could be that you are not seeing the truth about something. And in order for things to move forward and get out of that stagnant energy, you might need to kind of have somewhat of a realization. And if you're going through this in the first week, I would imagine that you're pretty much well on your way to that, to seeing the truth in things, because the truth really does set you free. And you'll probably find that out as you get through your second week of May. But the last thing I do want to tell you about the second week in May in terms of our in terms of our tarot cards, I'm going to read some oracle cards in just a minute for you. The third card we have for the second week of May is the Hierophant in reverse. So watch out for bad advice. You are a confident, strong person. You know what feels right for you. And so I would just make sure that you are learning from your mistakes and your experiences. And if you happen to be one of those very situationally aware, observant people, you can learn from other people's mistakes and experiences. So that's what that could be saying. And it could be even in regards to what's going on in the first week. So there's a lot here about actually having these realizations that are making you a better and stronger person and a more experienced person, and someone who is more able to go forth and tackle life from here, just based on and what you've been going through. This can also be a little bit of a crisis of faith. When things happen that shake us up emotionally, it shakes up our faith and belief systems as well. So that's something that you might also want to take a look at in the second week if it's something that is really weighing on you. So to tie our reading together, I would like to pull a fairy oracle card as well as a power animal oracle card. And the reason I want to pull these two oracle cards this week is it actually kind of relates to what I was talking about the books that I write. The books that I write take place in a magical fantasy world, an enchanted forest where kingdoms of magical beings such as fairies live in harmony with kingdoms of animals. But the harmony doesn't last too long, and that's what the series is about. But let's see what the fairies have to say for the first 2 weeks of May. And so what you're getting is patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. So it could be about having your realizations, or taking a look at your faith and belief systems. And so kind of while you're doing all that, things are brewing behind the scenes. And so it can be frustrating to feel like you're in a stagnant place, but just know that you have spirit guides and angels and, whoever you believe that's positive that surrounds you. I believe in like elementals and things like that. And so, like fairies. And so those spirits are there for you, and they've chosen to come and help you. So just have faith that they're doing everything that they can. And sometimes it's not in the timing that we want it, unfortunately. And I know that all too well. So let's pull a power animal oracle card and see what animal we have that we can draw strength and inspiration from in these first 2 weeks of May that can be helping us. So let's see who it is for Aries. We have the moose. And this is a very powerful animal. This is the, if I remember correctly, I actually have a degree in zoology. So if I remember correctly, this is the largest cervid, which is the member of the deer family. Very powerful creature. This says authority. You know what is best for you. So it comes back to what we were talking about recognizing and seeing the truth in situations. And then also kind of, having the authority to step back and look at what kind of experiences and mistakes that you've had and learning from them. The moose, even though it's large, it is a creature that is very aware of its surroundings because it is a prey animal. So even though it is very powerful in its own right, it is worried, kind of always looking over his shoulder because he needs to stay vigilant, not, not just for him searching for his own food, but for also being, being eaten by wolves or whoever else he might come across in the wild. So try to harness this moose energy, because this is a really great animal to have, especially if you're really dead set on focusing on goals or moving forward, or if you feel like you've been stuck trying to get out of it. Just be the charging moose and just power right through it. And that comes naturally to Aries. That's something that's absolutely amazing about you. So I just really quickly, to finish off the reading, I just want to thank you again for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you enjoyed me, then you can watch my introductory video and learn a little bit more about the books that I write. And if you like fairies or mythical beings or enchanted forests or fantasy or just anything fun and whimsical, you might enjoy my books that I write. And here is the first one. It's called The Falling by T. Damon. That's the pen name that I write under. I hope you have a wonderful first 2 weeks of May, and I will see you for the end of May readings. Thank you, Aries, and take care.